Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine. We're brought to you by the Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy men's golf taking on the Black Knights of Army coming up in their annual star match. Unique format, of course, that comes along with it as well. Please be joined by Jack Tarzy, the New Jersey native. And I imagine, not impossible, you'll have some folks following you around the course coming up this weekend.
Yeah, my parents will definitely be there. It's not too far from my house. And thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, I figured, when you have people, and obviously this match is going to have all kinds of people out there because of the nature of it. It's Army Navy, and it means a ton, obviously, for both sides. But as a golfer, how do you try to keep the heart rate down and try to keep calm and focus on the task at hand, especially with the unique format because you're not necessarily totally in control of every shot that you and your teammate hit in this tournament.
Yeah, for sure. So the star match comes with a lot of emotion. Obviously, trying to win, it's pretty much the most important event we'll play all year just because of the rivalry. Um, and that brings a lot, right? So when it comes to golf in general, though, and competitive golf, one of the most important things you can kind of do is just rely on your practice. Like you've hit enough shots, you've made enough putts, you've played enough good rounds in your life to know how to do it. Just got to stay out of your own way, stick to your process, and just kind of go through your routine. And whatever happens after that happens. You can't control that, but just do the best you can from there.
You really finished the season strong last year. You've been able to continue that momentum, into this season for your team. For you, what's the key to consistency and just trying to hit the best golf shots you can as much as you can?
I mean, for me, as I said a second ago, like it comes down to routine and practice, right? Like everyone out there is good. Everyone out there can hit the shots. Everyone out there can, make the putts. It's just coming down under pressure, playing in tournaments. Can you kind of mentally play your way around the course, make the best decisions? And that's what I've gotten better at the last few years. Like, I think my game now compared to high school isn't, leaps and bounds better physically. Like, I can still hit the same shots that I did in high school, but as far as like understanding the way pro golfers play and high level amateurs play, and the way they think their way around the golf course really makes a difference. You don't have to go out there and make 20 birdies to play a good round of golf. Just make less bogeys and you'll shoot the same scores. So
I know we marvel at people's ability to play this game consistently. Any of us that have ever put a golf club in our hand know how difficult this game can be. But how would you describe the difference, mentally and physically in this game? Is it a 50-50 split or is one, tip of the scales greater than the other?
I think it depends the level you're at, right? I think where we're at, the Division I college level, a lot of the kids have the physical ability. I mean, you would say at least maybe not at the low level amateur level, but where we're at, if you can do it once, your swing's repeatable enough to do it again. And at that point, it's really mental. Because you got to be able to unlock your swing, right? If you just like go out there and you're hyper focused on a score, hyper focused on your opponent, looking at the people in the crowd, worrying about the water over there, you're never going to be able to just subconsciously just let yourself kind of rely on your practice and hit the shot. So like if your mind's not there, you're not going to be able to play at this level. Whereas like physically, you might go out on the range and stripe it, for an hour straight and not miss a shot. But once you get on the course, everything changes. And I think because of that, this game is majority mental, at least at this level.
Obviously, you guys are at West Point. What kind of challenges does the course present to you guys coming up?
So the course is a little bit different. It's shorter, it's tighter, a little bit older style, a lot of rough around the greens, which is pretty much the opposite of the course we play a lot. Course here is pretty open, pretty long, not a lot of really bad rough, but I think we've been preparing over the last couple of weeks, trying to hit the shots we're gonna have to hit out there, and also like as far as not the course itself, but just like our familiarity with the course. Like the plebes haven't played there before, the youngsters haven't played there before. My class is the only class that has played there before, and our seniors, of course. But our team again is young, so hopefully catching those guys up to speed in a practice round and should be good to go. But definitely a challenge.
Since Coach took over, he's really put you all in some challenging situations to try and bring the best out of you all. You all have really played some tough teams, tough courses. How much has that helped you all, improve as individual golfers, putting you all in that situation? And obviously, you're hoping that it helps you peak in an event like this.
Yeah, so I mean, I can speak for me personally, and I'm sure a lot of the guys have had similar experience playing with the guys at Texas and Michigan State and Arkansas, like in the last, few events we played in, Michigan and American Dunes on some events last year. Really kind of shows you and gives you confidence that like these guys that are, 16th in the world amateur golf rankings aren't really like that much better than you. Like we can compete with them. Um, just gives you a lot of confidence and like gives you a little bit of kind of I don't know, motivation to keep working, knowing that what you're doing is actually helping and you're getting better.
When your game is going well, what is the strength and the catalyst for that?
So like the last 2 weeks, I've been playing pretty well. I mean, off the tee is usually probably my strength. I mean, the last round at the GOAT, I hit every fairway. And I was hitting a lot of drivers, so driving it pretty well. And then from there, it's just hit greens. It's kind of funny. The more greens you hit, the more putts you're going to hit. So you're going to think your putting's kind of struggling, but in reality, like it's just tough to make that many 15, 20 footers in a round of golf. And if you can just go out there, hit a lot of fairways, hit a lot of greens, and give yourself a lot of looks, eventually they're going to fall. And just trying to play boring golf is really the goal.
No, but you brought me to my next question by describing it that way. Sometimes, and I know it's easier said than done, but just keeping it simple in this game sometimes is maybe the best way to shoot your best round of golf most days.
Yeah, 100%. That's one of the things I'll do with my coach is we'll go out and play, and he'll give me just one goal for the day. So whether the goals are, I just want you to go out there and hit 10 out of 14 fairways. I don't care what club you hit a 4 iron, hit a 3 wood, hit 10 fairways, and that's your only goal. From there, just play golf or go out and all right, your only goal today is to get 70% of your missed greens up and down and just focus on one thing. And then obviously when you go play, you're not doing that exactly, but it's kind of just focuses your mind on a simple task. And if you can get that done, you'll end up playing pretty well.
How fun is this format for you guys?
I really enjoy it. I didn't play a lot of match play growing up. So, I mean, for me, it's new and has presented a couple of challenges the last couple of years. My record isn't great, but I've definitely learned a lot, especially from last year's loss against John Heckel, which was not ideal considering the circumstances up four. And then they came back, tied it up. We lost in the playoff. You learn a lot from those defeats. And I like match play. It's different than stroke play because sometimes you feel like you got to go out there and make birdies when in reality you don't. If you can just go out there and act like you're playing stroke play and play well, the majority of the time you're going to win. So I think I just got to stick to my plan, not get carried away. But the four ball, playing with a partner is some of the most exciting golf you'll ever have. I remember Thursday last year, the first round of the four ball, I played with Jack Tarzy, and that was probably the most fun I've had in a round of golf in a really long time. Just a lot of emotion, a lot of excitement, and it's fun being part of a team. I mean, you're always on a team, I guess, playing for Navy, but when you're out there playing, you're alone. It's different playing on a team with someone next to you, hitting shots next to you, and competing with them. It's fun.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Jack, appreciate you taking the time for us today. Best of luck to you and your teammates, and safe travels up to West Point, and go bring yourselves back a star coming up this weekend.
Thank you. We're going to try.